My name is Samantha Gregory. I am a GP and a patent attorney living in Pretoria, South Africa, and a person living with MS. I was formally diagnosed in 2009. I developed pins and needles or paresthesias on my left hand after a diving trip, and I thought I'd injured my neck. Went to a neurologist and said that I was concerned that I had MS, which was quite a far reach for me, as my only reference to MS was one patient I'd ever seen in my 6th year of medicine. When I was diagnosed in 2009, there were only 2 classes of drugs available for the treatment of multiple sclerosis. We now have a plurality of drugs available that can be used, and I've been fortunate enough to last year have a stem cell transplant. It shook the foundations of my world. I would like to believe that I'm a more compassionate and empathetic doctor. I have a lot more insight than I've had before, and I've learned to appreciate the small things in life. Physically challenging condition, but it's a very emotionally challenging condition as well. I do battle a lot with fatigue. I have battled a lot with depression, continual fights with the medical aids, professional indemnity cover that once you're diagnosed you can't increase it even though you continue to work. Quite a few issues that one encounters in your day-to-day life. If you've been recently diagnosed with MS, you need to reach out to as many professionals and organisations as possible for support and for the proper care. Be it the Multiple Sclerosis Society of South Africa that will put you in touch with what you need, resources that you need to find. Be careful of the internet, be careful of what you read there. There are a lot of reputable sites, but there are also a lot of sites that are not so reputable. There are various forums that one can join for support, where one can discuss how you deal with different situations. See a psychologist. Your brain is an organ that deals with both your psychological as well as your physical. You cannot expect a brain that has white lesion matters to only have functional neurological fallout. There is going to be psychological fallout, and one needs to deal with that. My message of hope is not to give up. You've got a fight ahead of you, and you're going to have to fight that fight. I believe that when one is diagnosed with MS, one also has a duty to inform and encourage and educate the general public. It's a tough diagnosis, but with modern medication, it's not a diagnosis of death. I think it's very difficult in South Africa because we see so little MS, and we are bombarded with the hypertensions, the hyperlipidemias, the diabetes. An MS patient requires a lot of compassion and a lot of empathy, and sometimes even more support in other ways. Get them to a good MS specialist. Be there to pick up all the little bits that are not dealt with.